Automatic transmission's out. Got everything that we need here. Don't really know what the first step is here, even though you just explained it to me.
So I'm going to start pulling the carpet back to find the hole for the shifter. And that's really the next step. And then what I want to do is fit the bell housing to the transmission and then kind of line it all up. And so that way we can mark our hole for the shifter, so we know where the hole has to be in the floor. Then we can cut it out from the inside with the carpet pulled back. And then after that, it's basically just doing a clutch job, installing the transmission and the hydraulics. And back on the road, just have a different front half for the drive shaft to account for the different outputs on the different transmissions. You know, it probably would have been better if I pulled the pedals out first, because the gas pedals was fighting me. And then I think there was this, I think there's a 10 mil back here for the airbag module. I know there's one on that side.
Is that it in the center right there that I'm staring at, that silver box?
Yeah. I don't see one on this side, so.
It's just that one right there.
Yeah, you want to get that bolt?
Yeah. So, put the trans under. You can see a little spot. I lifted it up here. Just marked right there where the actual shift lever was. So, that's where it'll be centered. And like you said, I'm just going to get the boot around, drill some holes, and cut, and hopefully it fits. So, floorboard's been cut, so we can get the shift knob through. Now he is just cutting through the carpet with a knife, or with a blade, because we've cut a small hole for it, slap a rotor on top so I can actually fit it in. Okay, boot is now somewhat in place. We need to figure out exactly, that's a problem for later. Us is going right into his center console box he made. Next step is bell housing.
Clutch and then bell housing.
Well, yeah, clutch and bell housing.
Starter spacer.
Starter spacer? Oh. Okay. So, clutch first, bell housing, then we're going to worry about getting that bad boy attached to the back of the bell housing and the engine. Oh yeah, you weren't kidding. Most of that weight is that flywheel. That is a heavy boy.
Break my legs, call the ambulance. Yeah.
I'm not calling an ambulance, I'm driving you there.
Oh man, that's even better.
Yeah, you're not paying that bill. Flywheel is on. This thing is really heavy, and that's why I just kind of stayed out of the way, you know. let Zach get it in there, make sure these all tighten down. He's checking them down, checking out what torque spec these need to be, got them all hand tight. And next we should be able to get the clutch and the bell housing on and go from there. Clutch is in place. Put that in there to make sure everything stays. Got all these torqued down to spec 20 foot-pounds. Flywheel is on. So next comes bell housing. I'm so confused. These are supposed to be this massive gap? Oh, don't tell me those slide in there. There's just a gap on this bell housing, and I'm not sure if these are supposed to slide in there or not.
What do you mean?
This right here, like that's a massive gap. Are those supposed to slide in?
Oh, only one side's supposed to have that.
Well,
My bad. I didn't even think about that. I saw them sticking off, and I'm like, oh yeah, my truck has those. I'm sorry, Tyler.
no, it's fine. I was just sitting there tightening, going, what the f? Why is there a gap?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to pull that out and then remove those somehow. I'm not even sure how. We'll figure it out though. Oh, man. 3 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah. It was just because I said, oh yeah, it's not that bad.
Yep. You know, it's funny, we talk about it at work, if a customer comes in and they say anything along the lines of, I just need simple, or it's just real quick.
It's never that.
Or it'll just take a minute. I'm basically guaranteeing that you're
Yep.
in the long run. So just like, someone comes in, I just need a quick oil change. No.
Go find another shop, sir.
We can do an oil change, but it definitely won't be quick. It's going to be about an hour and a half. Oh, God. I'm going to turn on the yeah. See you later, man. Thank you.
You want it done quick? Double our shop, right?
Yeah. That'd be a $200 oil change.
So, bell housing had to come back off because there are these little things right here. I don't even know what to call them, but they're little lips that they go into on either side. There we go. And didn't realize that the bell housing had one right there, so it wasn't sitting flush. So just have to yank that off, get it back in. Hopefully pull it out like that, and then just put it back on. Could I help you? Yes. Do I enjoy watching you struggle more? Kind of. I'm gonna look at the instructions.
I'm going to pull a bolt out to see how they tell you to put the transmission in.
There are instructions?
Yeah.
Where?
On the computer.
Yeah.
So the bell housing needs to come off. Bell housing or clutch hub, right?
Yeah.
Well, this case is the bell housing. Bell housing needs to come off before stabbing that. That needs to be mounted to the backside of the engine. Then you can try to get the transmission in and mount from there. So, going in reverse order first, and then again. I went to go get food. Zach made the hole on the transmission tunnel, that's what I'll call it, a little bit bigger because we couldn't quite fit the shifter through, so cut out a little extra. I just made a little makeshift plate so we can throw that in there. See, much bigger. Don't know if it was the correct method to go about, but we needed more space to get that to fit through, and that seemed the most logical. Have some extra space to throw that in so we can actually stab the transmission and then just put the plate back on. So, bell housing mounted. Zach is getting the slave cylinder in right now, and then we get to stab that bad boy in, which is the least fun part. Oh, you gonna keep doing that?
Hang on.
Oh, seeing that jack from over here?
It's tilted, right?
That jack is sideways, dude. It is not straight.
Well, it's only rated for 450 pounds.
Oh my
so
God.
we're up there.
Yeah, we're pushing it. Grab another ratchet, so.
Yeah, they're 3/4.
You're 3/4.
I am 3/4 of a person. I'm missing joy. Only had to, you know, cut the hole in the floor a lot bigger.
Minor details. Yes. Yeah, the wiring harness needs to die.
You know what's gonna be a huge pain in the ass? Nuts on the shifter boot.
Oh. Tits. I mean, well, it's not that bad, actually. Whoa! If I don't drop a wrench in my eyeball. Yeah, all I gotta do is hold. You can do it with 2 fingers.
Okay. I'm done on my side.
Maybe tighten that top one. Ooga booga man change.
Man.
Man change transmission. Turbo noises go su-tu-tu-tu. Oh, it's in my ear. Dodge toast crunch.
We did a terrible job editing that hole.
Yeah, we did. It was real bad.
Oh my God, it's awful. Tyler, it's awful.
I know, dude.
We're touching on the right, and we have all the space on the left.
Hold on, now. God! It's the second time I've dropped it. Like I just went for the GoPro and just let go.
I can't. The screen's not on, but like. I mean, tried.
It's a
in.
hole.
It's in. It's in. It's a hole. The shifter's sticking through the floor. Like, you're getting the bolts.
Lord, oh.
Alright. You go there. And while you finish up down here, I'm going back to the house.
Yeah, you have fun with that. I made sure to pee on him a little.
Good.
And that, my friends, is why we don't recommend changing your transmission in the driveway.
You know, when I register this truck this year, I can register it as a classic.
What you doing in there, bud?
How'd you get through the hole? The transmission's there.
Yeah, there's just enough room.
Oh, man.
Oh, the sharp edges, though.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do anything about those.
I think your clutch is a little loose there, bub. So it's just so are your brakes.
You're gonna be able to heel toe really nice, though.
Oh yeah, those are in a nice position. But I mean, hey.
Okay, now as you saw, we just removed the front U-joint. Started with taking the ball peen, using the bald side to tap in on the cup first, and that was just to kind of jar it up and free all the rust off the clip from the age. And then you pull the clip out, flip it over, do the same thing, and then you brace the back side. I used a 36mm socket to hold it. That allows the U-joint to fall into it. And then I used a 13/16 socket to hammer into it to push it through. And then once you get it pushed through, as you saw, you can pull that cup off, flip it over, push it out the other way, and then that allows you to kind of like wiggle it out. So now all we have to do is the opposite of that. Install the front manual yoke on the drive shaft out of the truck, which was originally for the automatic. I have a new U-joint just obviously installed there, and then drive shaft will be ready to go in the truck.
Thousands of tears later.
So we finally got the truck done here. Got the master cylinder reservoir mounted. As you can see, I just used a couple of self-tapping screws. There's a couple of dimples where they were supposed to go. So that made it easy. I had used the clutch hole to route a bunch of wires for accessories and stuff, like the radio and the lights and whatever else I'm running. Focus. And so I had run all those through the clutch pedal hole, so I had to go ahead and reroute all of those. But we ended up getting the pedals all squared away, so I was able to just pull that rod out of the top, pull the brake pedal out, put the brake and clutch in, put the rod back in, and attach the master cylinder to that. Got new pedal pads from Crown on eBay. There's the part number. Both of them use the same pad. Both fit real nice. You can tell they still have some of that like rubber dust on them from manufacturing, but look real nice. Got the shift boot on. It looks kind of puffy because I put some sound deadening foam in there that I got in the shipping package. So didn't have enough room for that plastic piece cover to go back on, so just be aware of that. We probably should just have it go back a little bit further. And then the drive shaft. This is the original one that came with the automatic, and I put the manual yoke on it, and it was still about 5 inches too short. So I ended up just getting one from a junkyard that was off of a stick shift truck, same wheelbase as mine. But if you want to use your factory drive shaft, you're gonna have to have 4.5, 5 inches added to it and have a different yoke because the output shaft on the transmissions is different. So, but besides that, we're all set. Got it filled up with fluid, got the shifter all hooked up, got the clutch hooked up, and it should be ready to go.
He did a lot of work. I was, just a couple days later, got that all together. I guess you told him all on that, right? Yeah, and cool. This is the first startup. Make sure everything works. We got low at least. Hey! Hey! Sweet.
Oh, it's so much quieter with that.
Is it? I don't know how loud it was when you just turned it on earlier without that. Yeah? Okay. That's good.
Almost like the hole's not there now.
Yeah.
Like earlier it was like you could hear like everything. It was like there's nothing there.
That's a lot of foam in there, so that's pretty cool.
Feel it vibrate too.
She moves! She's got reverse too. Is that first, not low?
I went 1 to 2.
Okay.
I forgot to check this speed sensor.
Turbo noises. Oh, that's nice.
I can barely get on it.
It pulls.
That was like barely getting into it.
Dude, it pulls. That made me like grab something. God.
Yeah. Here you go. Let me see if I can get full throttle here.
Holy sh.
No slipping either.
Holy.
Oh man.
That's like the torque converter's just locked.
Just starting this pool. Had to let out.
Shoot, your gas mileage is not going up.
Fun is though.
Oh yeah.
No spin. Jesus. Dude.
Yep. Holy hell.
I don't know if having the speedometer hooked up is going to make it feel faster or slower.
I don't know, that feels pretty fast, to be honest. This much weight moving that quickly.
And let's see how low is.
Oh my god. That is crawling speed. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, that thing is a lot quicker than it has any right to be with the manual, dude.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Gonna go ahead and lock the Mazda in.
That is not going anywhere tomorrow.
It's not going anywhere for weeks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, must go, like I said.
Got my rental charger. Good enough. Tire looks a little low.
They probably all are. But, you know.
Scared the crap out of me.
It's a long throw to get through.
Yeah. Hey, third gear pulse.